So today I'm going to share my top 5 summer CNC projects that you can make and sell. Or just if you want to make them for yourself and enjoy them, whichever you prefer. These projects range from simple to advanced. So whatever skill level you are, there's a project in here for you. All right, let's get into the first one. Summer Tic Tac Toe Boards. Now this actually is 2 different files. The game board is one and the game pieces are a separate one. For the game board, I started out with a 1/4 inch downcut bit and I created the pockets to a 1/4 inch depth. The game pieces are made out of a 1/4 inch piece of walnut and I switched over to an 1/8 inch compression bit here. This project took about 30 minutes to machine and to hit it with some quick sandpaper, and that's all I really did here. I kept it really simple. As you see here, I did beat my wife, which we stopped after that because I have to stand on that mountain for a long time because I rarely beat her. All right, number 2 on the list are these wooden stake plates. I didn't know these were a thing until recently, but they're really, really cool. So I made mine out of cherry. Any hardwood would work here. I wouldn't use a softwood like pine or anything like that. That's not gonna hold up, not gonna go well. I've created plans with all the information that you need to create these projects yourself. All this information can be found in the description below or going directly to andybirdbuilds.com. I started machining this one with a bowl and tray bit down to 0.2 inches. Now that is a roughing depth where my step over is 0.375, half the diameter of the bit. Then I came back with the same bit with a finishing toolpath with a less than 20% step over, something like 0.06 or 0.08. This gives me a really nice finish and really limits the amount of sanding that you need to do. Next, I switched over to a 1/4 inch downcut bit to cut the juice groove. Overall, one of these took about 40 minutes to machine. Hit it with a little sandpaper afterwards, and then the important part here is using a food grade finish. So after the finish dried, we had to cook some steaks and try it out and see how it works. Number 3 on the list is a summer welcome sign. I chose to use pine here. For the toolpath to create this one, I used an advanced V-carve. Now that's in Carbide Create. It could be called different things in different software. But basically what it is, it's the combination of a clearing bit and a V-bit. Now to clear out the majority of the material, I used a 1/8 inch downcut bit. Now wherever in the design that 1/8 inch downcut bit can fit, it's gonna go and clear out the material. So after that was finished, I came back with a 90-degree V-bit and it carved everything else down to a 1/4 inch depth. Overall, to machine and paint this, it took about 45 minutes to complete one of these signs. I had my wife paint this sign, but you don't have to paint it. Actually, you could do a layered sign. You could cut the back out and then you could cut all the other stars and you could glue them together to give it a little more depth. So there's a lot of options here. If you do plan on painting, I would use more than 2 coats of clear coat. I used 2 coats. Obviously I could have used more, so maybe 3, 4, and really seal that edge so your edges don't bleed. Number 4 on the list are these geometric coasters. I think this is such a cool design. I made my version of these coasters out of 1/2 inch cherry using an 1/8 inch downcut bit, and I used a contour toolpath. It's just one toolpath. An 1/8 inch bit fits into these slots and cuts them all out. Fantastic. I used some leftover furniture finish for these, but polyacrylic or a spar urethane is a great option here as well. Number 5 is this Tiki bottle opener. I made mine out of a 12 by 16 by 1.25 inch piece of cherry. This is definitely the most advanced CNC project on this list. This is because you're machining a 3D object. This is an STL file, and STL files, once you get used to it, they're not that difficult to machine. I did this one in Fusion 360. The first toolpath is called a parallel toolpath. Now this was my roughing toolpath, and I used a 1/4 inch ball nose bit here with a 50% step over. After the roughing toolpath removed the majority of the material, I came back with that same 1/4 inch bit but I tightened up the step over to less than 20% or 0.06. You could go even tighter here and get a smoother finish, or switch over to a smaller ball nose bit, but I kind of wanted to go for that Tiki wood look, kind of the carved look, which I think I achieved it. It looks really good. So the nose area is designed to fit a particular bottle opener. Now they're kind of standard sizes, so different ones would use, but I'll put a link in the description and in the guide to which bottle opener I used. Overall, this project took about an hour and 20 minutes. So my favorite on this list is this Tiki bottle opener. It took me a long time to design it, and when I finally got it carved, I had that feeling of I conquered something, because it was not easy. So I'm curious, what is your favorite on this list? Let me know down in the comments below. Remember, I have all the files available for you to create these yourself, so go to andybirdbuilds.com to check that out, or in the link in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.